many times I can be misunderstood. Yeah. There'll be good days and bad days, like the preacher said it would. All I ask is you will try loving me. All I ask is you will try loving me. 'Cause loving me ain't easy. I know it ain't.
What's going on? It's your boy, the People's Champ, King Conda, in the building, baby. And I'm on the ones and twos. And if you didn't see it just earlier, I'll let you guys know that we are about to speak with the man that you'll see before you get up under the dirt. Yeah, I know. In your mind that hurt. But today you could ask him some questions about his work. And we're live on Black Kings Free Game. And this episode is brought to you by Steezo Collection. Steezo Collection is a Christian wear, Christian brand. And Tayron Bush is the owner, and he is a local here of Liberty County. Don't forget that if you want to buy or sell your home, to go to yourhomechamp.com. That's yourhomechamp.com. It'll have the blueprint and your ways to contact me, the People's Champ. And also, shouts out to Wolf Trucking LLC in the building, baby. Now, back to our sponsored program. We are here with Coroner Reginald Pierce of Liberty County. And I want to start by saying thank you.
Yes,
thank you,
welcome.
Mr. Reggie.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Coroner.
You're welcome.
How has your week been so far?
So far, so good.
And anything interesting?
Not as of so far this week. Other than having to have the service for one of our employees, Mr. Lloyd. And, but
yeah.
Other than that, that's the only thing that's really been this week so far.
I mean, I'm sorry to hear about that. Mm-hmm. Now, on a daily basis, right? Mm-hmm. We know we hear about all of the sad things that can happen. My question is, you deal with this thing every day. How do you stay positive?
Well, one of my biggest hobbies is playing my PS5.
Oh, snap. Okay.
So I like to play college football. And so usually I get home every single day, I fire it up. I play until 9:30, 10 o'clock.
And you play as Georgia, right?
Yep. You know that.
I know. You know it. You know it.
You know that. And so that kind of relaxes me down for the day. I actually take more time off than I used to.
Okay.
So I relax a little bit more than I used to. And then having a good staff where they know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
And so that makes it even a little more easier. So
that does make that workload a lot easier when you got help.
Yep.
I think a lot of people, they don't understand how much pressure it is when you one person. I get it. Oh yeah, they hired you for that position. Well, I got to look, man. I'm in this position. It might make you upset a little bit, but I'm in it, and in this position requires help. That's why I hire you guys to help me. So if you don't like the workload, you can go and get stepping. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be great and not recognize the people that help make you great.
Well, and that's what makes you great.
Exactly.
It's the people that you hire and the people that works for you that actually make you good.
Yes.
Because you can't be everywhere at every time. And by me pulling back, I pulled back a lot since when my wife passed. And so I pulled back a lot. And my staff at both locations, the coroner's office and at the funeral home.
Yes.
Both staff stepped up. And they kept everything going like it's business as usual.
Yes.
So we're not perfect, but we walk the same mile everybody else walk, unfortunately. So
You're right, and you know you have my deepest sympathy about that. And I won't bring that up no more. So as far as it, how long have you been in the not only just a funeral home business, but even just a coroner position or working up under a coroner?
So I've been I've been elected coroner in Liberty County since 2004.
Oh wow.
So after I complete this term, it'll be 24 years.
Wow,
Yep.
Reggie.
Yep.
Man, that's
Yep.
and time go too.
Time go fast. It's like
How-
it's just yesterday.
How often is it a electable position?
Every 4 years.
Every 4 years. Okay.
Every 4 years.
So it's just like the national elections.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Okay. Now, with you being in the funeral home business,
Mm-hmm.
how much did that prepare you to be coroner?
Well, it prepared me for what I will see, because of when you come in the funeral home, you see different things as you come in the funeral home. So on the coroner side, you just see it now firsthand. So it's kind of like you, the first initial on scene.
The wave
and
before,
you see
yeah.
it. And on the funeral home side, you kind of like the last wave. So you kind of see it after everything is done. So that was one of the most biggest adjustments I had to make from the funeral home to being the coroner. Yeah.
Shouts out to Johnny Quest and all the kings and queens that are watching. Now, dealing with that, because when you're at the funeral home, right? People already have really just got over their grief, or they're still grieving, but the grieving is not as heavy.
Yes.
Right? So how did that change? Was it a shock to you, having to see people's initial reaction of finding out? Hey, what's going on, Janice? Oh, wait. Oh, how you doing? Janice Baker says
Okay.
hello.
Hey.
But was there a big, was it a shock when you see it like firsthand, or?
It's a big shock.
Okay.
It's a big shock because when I first being elected and first going out, it's like, you see the all of everything. And it's like, man, this is the first
Danny.
hand. And so, but as far as once you get past that, and you know that you were elected to do the job you're supposed to do,
Yes.
and then you kind of put it all to the side and take care and
Take
do
care
what
of
you have to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took some time though. I would tell you that. It took some time.
I mean, I can believe it, man.
It took time.
Golly, because right now that means here you are not only having to deal with every situation you were called to. Now you got to be a psychologist also. You know what I mean? Seriously,
Yeah.
because shoot, in my field, any service field, you a psychologist, y'all. Y'all don't understand that. But like in real estate, right? I'm educating people on how to buy a home. But then I'm also having to explain to them, look, the reason you feel this way is because this is a big purchase.
Big purchase. Yep.
And you're not used to that big purchase. I'm not trying to downplay you. I'm just saying the weight of this event is heavy. And a lot of people, you have to be real calm about how you talk to them, because you don't know what's going to set them off.
Those are different stages of grief.
Yes.
And I've seen all 5 of them with anger. Anger, I think, is the most worst one.
The anger. Yeah.
Because then once you get over into the acceptance stage, and they families start accepting it. Sometimes it's easier for a family to accept when their loved one has been maybe ill for a period of time,
Yeah.
and they've had the time to spend with them. But it's the ones that are unexpected.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you're looking for to come home. You don't come home. You're calling the cell phones and everything. Those are the ones that hit home. Those are really the ones that's hard. And so I tell all my staff, and everybody know this, but mental health is real.
Yes.
And what we go through on a daily basis is a part of mental health. You have to make sure that your house is in order. We can help somebody else's house be in order.
Yes.
And so I offer them anything we can offer them to make sure they understand that we're here. I have 2 full-time deputy coroners, part-time deputy coroner, full-time office manager, and then my staff at the funeral home. So, anytime they feel like they need some help in some type of way,
Yes.
we try to make sure we get that.
And you know what, Mr. Coroner Pierce,
Yeah.
I'm right now on a journey of trying to teach people the importance of insurance. And I know a lot of people, they're going to say, oh, no, you just trying to make money. Well, let me explain something to you. If I'm going to do something for the community, I have to also act for my family. So even though I'm giving out information, and even if there's a profit to be made, that doesn't discredit the value of what is going on. You know what I'm saying? And I think we get lost in that. I think we get lost in it. Or why you not just giving it to me? I don't know why people think everything should be free.
Yeah.
But I'm in the process of teaching people about money.
Yeah.
Teaching people on how to invest in themselves. And it's not only in the case of their death, it's in case of your living.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that. So that leads me to my next question. When it comes to, all of a sudden of people passing, have you been seeing an overwhelming number of people that weren't prepared for it and can't pay to bury their family member?
Yes. And that is more stressful than the death is. Because then they're trying to figure out, they lost a loved one. Then they're trying to figure out how in the world we're going to pay for the service.
Yeah.
And most families can't come out with $8,000 and $10,000 and $12,000, have a service. And so that puts another burden on them. So that stresses them out a lot. So we do offer pre-need arrangements.
Yes.
So that's always an option. You come in and do pre-arrangements, and you can pay on it as you want to pay on it.
You saying that, and even though I hate talking about this, you guys, my mother has already paid for her passing.
Yep.
Now that was such a hard thing for me. Seriously, nobody wants to. She's picking out outfits and then took the outfit up there, and I'm like, Mama, see, man, that's a hard thing, and I understand. But she said, Mark, you're not going to be no good.
She won't leave the burden on you to do it.
Yeah, you're not going to be no good, son. And I believe her.
She know it. Yeah.
But, oh, man, that's hard for me to talk about, man. Y'all love on your folks, man. Love on your folks, seriously. But, yeah, with the pre-arrangements, it's almost, it's something that you can put on like a monthly payment, you were saying. And the average cost, like if somebody was going bare minimum, could you give it like a range of what it would cost?
Yeah. If you're going bare minimum, you're probably looking at right now average about between $7,000 on up.
$7,000.
Yep.
What's going on, Sheriff Bowman? Hey, Sheriff is in the building.
All right.
Hey, Sheriff, you see OG, Triple OG? Oh, what do you say? What up, 06?
What's up, 01?
Oh, that must be their call signs. Yeah. So, with that, the $7,000 to $8,000 range, we're talking about, is that a burial or a cremation?
Yeah, it's a burial. It could be a burial or it could be a cremation. Most cremation services are running in between $6,500 on up. If you're doing a complete service first and then doing the cremation afterwards, don't think you're not doing the burial. So if you're a veteran and you want to go to the veteran cemetery,
yes,
then you can depending on the casket selected, you probably get a service right at $7,000.
Okay.
Just put in the casket if you're a veteran.
Yes.
Going to the veteran cemetery, because that way you don't have to buy a vault, open, closing the grave. It's all that's done at the cemetery.
Okay. So, I don't know, but I was under the belief that the veterans, is that paid for by the government?
No.
If the family still has to pay, but as far as the burial proceedings, if they qualify, I guess they go to.
You got an honorable duty 214.
Okay.
Yeah, all retiree and honorable. So you got that, then you can basically qualify to go to the veteran cemetery in Glenville. And your spouse can be buried there also.
Oh yes, because my one of my family members passed. His wife passed, and she passed first. So they went on and they already put her there, and okay. Now, as far as the one you were talking about, the payment plan, is that almost like an insurance plan?
But what it is normally it's.
Well, hold on, real quick. We got King Boston coming in the building. You're on this side, sir.
In the house.
So sorry about that.
All right, man, protest.
What's going on, sir?
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir?
Doing all right.
Forgive me for not standing. But I had to interrupt the coroner because King Boston came in.
What's going on,
But
good
you were
people?
saying it was almost like insurance, but
Yeah, what it is normally if you normally if you can put $1,000 down, like cash money.
Yes.
What we do is that money go into a trust account.
okay.
So what it does is it locks that whole price of that service in for that day. So if you live 20 years from now, you get the service for the same amount, same price.
So you don't have to worry about inflation.
Nope.
Hold on, sir.
But the money continues to grow in.
No,
Hold on. I know I'm late to the party. I'm late like the police.
Yes, sir.
But can we run that back a little bit? Because I didn't hear it.
All right,
I apologize.
So the question, I'll reiterate. Go ahead. You were about to say?
No, I'm saying I'm pretty sure there's some people that's just tuning in that might not have heard the whole thing either. So.
Well, I'm gonna run it back right
Okay.
after I run this. Don't forget to go to Steezo Collection, SteezoCollection.com to get all your Christian wear. And when you're ready to buy a home or even sell your home, go to yourhomechamp.com. That's yourhomechamp.com where you'll find your blueprint to buy or sell your home. And say, when you get your home and you start to see those pests running around, there is one man in town. It's called Magnum Pest Control.
Yes, sir.
That's 1-844-MAGNUM-1. That's 1-844-MAGNUM-1. And for those sad times, but yet we have to do, don't forget, for all of your funeral needs, contact the Dorchester Center Funeral Home. Well, Dorchester Funeral Home. And that's with Mr. Reginald Pierce, which is also our county coroner. Did I get that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So the question was this. We were talking about insurances, but then we led into that the coroner said that you can do a prepayment to lock in your funeral services as far as in case of your demise. So once you pay your $1,000 deposit, you don't really have to worry about inflation because whatever your locked in amount was, that's what you're going to pay.
Okay.
And they put it into like a trust account. And that right there serves as your first deposit, and then you can pay monthly payments on it.
Wow. Okay. And now, when you pay the monthly payments, is there a certain limit, or you just?
No, you pay anything you want to pay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. We usually say $1,000 because most of the banks won't take up to $1,000.
Okay.
To purchase actually the trust CD. And then once you do the CD cannot be broken until there's a death certificate.
Gotcha.
Or unless the family say they want to come back and revoke the pre-need. If they revoke the pre-need, then we cash the pre-need out, and then we give the money back to the person that actually initiated the pre-need.
Okay.
So, but there are pre-needs called irrevocable,
Irrevocable trust.
which you come back in and say, you know what, they can't. The family say, I want my pre-need to be irrevocable, which means nobody can come in and change anything in it.
Right.
And they do that. It's irrevocable that way.
Now, is that something that is often done? Or?
Yes, sir.
Really?
It's becoming more and more now.
Okay.
Yeah. Because most time it's good to prepare now.
Die. What's up, Dorothy?
And then after the fact, when people don't have the funds, like the insurance ought to come in,
Yes.
then they want a payment plan.
Right. Right.
Well, to be honest with you, how many people will really pay you on a payment plan when the person's already been buried?
Nobody.
Yeah. Once
So-
they in the ground, that's it.
And I've heard all the excuses in the book, everything. You don't want to really sue people,
Right. Right.
but I mean, I haven't sued anybody as of yet.
But you have a business to run.
That's it.
Right.
Exactly.
But the thing about it is that I'm gonna perform my services.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like I'll do anything I do to help you. But I mean,
Yeah.
I can't. Just, we was.
Yeah.
I mean, I love people, I love everything, but it's get to a point in time where it's like, okay, so we pushing this process to now you can actually do everything ahead, so you can pay now, so you can do anything you want to.
And let me ask you this, and forgive me if this question was already asked. What's the average funeral going for these days?
I'll tell you, it's between $8,000 and $12,000.
Yes.
8 and 12? Wow. What about cremation?
Cremation right now, if you're doing a cremation, just a direct cremation, which is just pick up from where you pass away at, and then you want to sit there, and then you want to do a visual ID. Then it's like $2,000.
Okay.
Direct. But I do it $1,500 if you're not doing an ID viewing.
Hey, Councilwoman Vicky Nelson.
Now, if you do a funeral service first and then cremation, then you're looking at between $6,500, $7,000.
Sheriff said, what up, Mitch?
What's going on, Sheriff?
So
Okay.
we are here with the county coroner Coroner Pierce, and we've discussed some things all the way from how was his initial feeling when he had to take over that position, what it was when he had to be hit with all that negative stuff, how he counteracts all of that by playing the college football, right?
Yep.
And his team is Georgia, just to let y'all know.
day long.
I don't want y'all to get that wrong.
That's it.
Now, let's see if we can lighten the mood up some, okay? We're going to lighten it up like this. Reggie, what are some of the good times? Now, I know it might be hard trying to find it in that line of work, but you work with people every day.
Yep.
So what are some of the good times that happen?
Like what does an average day look like?
Well, average day for me just depends. I can wake up in the morning and it's nothing on the schedule, good to go. Just gonna just relax and ride around and be nosy all day. You know, being in the office to me is just I got to be out.
Yes.
Right.
I like people, so I got to be out talking and running my mouth and finding somewhere to eat at and all that good stuff. So,
Yes, sir.
So that's pretty much average day. An average day pretty much is going by both offices.
Okay.
I go by the funeral in the morning time. I'm usually there for a little bit, and then I go up to the courthouse.
Okay.
So I bounce back and forth from both offices. But average day, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's like, and then certain time, if nothing's going on, I'll take it to the house,
Okay.
relax, jump on the PS5.
What was your first? And I know we said we were going light, bro. But in this line of work, I got a lot of questions, Sheriff.
Look.
I got a lot of
asked
questions.
Probably 6 of them already.
You asked 6 of them.
I didn't. Look, go ahead. Ask your question. I bet I already asked.
What was your first embalming like?
Oh, nope.
Oh
Didn't
man,
ask that.
man, my first embalming was man, I was scared as all.
How old were you?
I was 19.
Because I know something like that, you gonna remember.
Yeah.
I was 19.
Yeah.
And my first embalming, I was 19 years old. And my father was like, "You got it," and he just walked out the room.
Because you had been watching so long.
Yeah, but I had just got licensed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I mean, I've been watching and everything else, but it's like, okay, usually my father being to help me out or whatever, or we being there together, it was like,
Yeah.
you got it. And walked
Yeah, we
out.
dads, bro. You know what
And
to
I
do.
was like, man. So I made a lot of mistakes in that, I can tell you
Yeah,
that. And but a lot of growing pains, everything else, and then I got it.
Okay. Okay.
And the most thing was the family came in, they was like, oh man, Dad looks so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh man, that's the picture I like for my family to feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the last thing you give them. It's a good memory.
It's a good memory.
Yes.
And speaking of good memory, like, especially because it was ironic. I was at the barbershop just yesterday, and I was talking to a barber, and he talked about like he has cut dead people's hair before. So do you have like a barber like designated like that?
Sometimes families have their particular barber.
Okay.
Been cutting the person's hair.
Right.
They want them to come in and do it.
Right, right.
So we allow them to come in and do it. As long as they're licensed cosmetologist or barber.
Okay.
They come in and allow them to come in and do it.
Gotcha.
If it's just something that's basic, something we can do, we'll do it. But most families have they want to line up and shave and all.
Right.
They no barber come in.
Yeah, because you got to be clean.
You gotta be clean.
You know that's the last. You know
Yeah.
that's your last hoorah.
That's it.
You know.
That's it.
Man.
So once again, I'm gonna put this back out here. More and more often, we're gonna be talking about how to prepare for not only the afterlife, but life in general. As we've already talked about, a lot of people don't have their money in good spots in order to take care of their legacy. And no matter what you think, I don't care if you got only $1,000, $500, that's still a legacy. You don't understand. But if you knew where to put that $500 in order to make more money, I think you would do that. And that's the reason why we're gonna start leaning into that game. The only thing is, when you wanna give people game, you gotta really know what you're talking about. I don't want anybody misled. I don't want nobody, out there in the abyss and not knowing what they're doing. So we're bringing in professionals. Black Kings Free Game is starting to bring in professionals and advise strategies in order to make your money do what it do, baby.
Yeah.
So that these things you don't have to worry about. You don't have to start a GoFundMe.
Oh man.
And you don't have to try to bamboozle the funeral home and say, well, you know, just put him in the ground. I give it to you afterwards.
I'll see you next week.
I see. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Because think about it. I know a lot of funeral homes that probably, if they wanted to be nasty, they'd be digging up some folks around here. Seriously. I know that's brutal, but I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
What if they were just, you know what? You want to be petty like that? So, guys, we got to prepare for this stuff, man. Everybody can't eat that burden like that. Can't keep eating it. As far as the funeral home business, you've been in that since, what, 19,
95.
like you said? Oh, 1995?
I graduated Montreal School in 94.
In 94. Did you know that's what you were going to do?
No, I was playing football. So I was in high school. I was playing football.
Okay.
And I had like a few scholarships along the way. And I was like, okay, well, do I want to continue playing football or do I want to go into the family business?
Yeah.
So I know I wanted a business administration degree. So I said, well, I can go to Vidal State University. And then it was like, then I got hurt my senior year. I got hurt my senior year in high school.
Okay.
Speared in my back. So I was like, well, do I want to go play football or do I want to go in the family business?
Yes.
So my father sat there one day and had me count money. And he was just, so I was like, I'm going to the funeral business. Whole lot safer.
That's real.
Whole lot safer, lot, but there's a few things he didn't tell me.
I got you.
He didn't tell me about the bills. See, I'm counting it before the bills come out.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't tell me about the long nights, the long hours, people, pup. He didn't tell me all that. He just said count it. I'm like,
Right.
And being young,
Yeah.
You seeing the finished product with the money.
Yeah.
You
I'm
know
like,
what I mean?
I ain't thought about no bills, no light bill, nothing coming out of that money.
Right.
And then at the end of the day, he was like, okay, so you finished school, He give me a salary, and it's like, oh.
Hold on, watch out. What's this?
Started from the bottom.
How I'm gonna live out of this? He said, well, keep not getting in debt.
Right.
If I pay you too much money,
Right.
you're gonna spend it all.
Exactly.
That's
So
right.
if I keep you here, then you stay
Yep.
within your budget.
Yeah, you can't go into debt if you ain't got
So
nothing.
the whole time
Right.
he was teaching me the budget,
Right.
I didn't understand it.
Oh, no, we never do.
No.
We never do. We think they the worst people on
But
the
I do
planet.
now.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you had educated me when I saw you last week because even something like a limo or a hearse, like that was profound what you were saying because and I don't know if you want to talk about the numbers and everything, but as far as like I didn't realize that a hearse or a limo starts off as a regular sedan.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And you have to get it outfitted.
Conversion kit.
And that's not cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all you that think that it's just easy. Oh, they just taking money. Listen, he got to spend bread.
Yes.
So like King Boston was saying, when you see these hearse out there, there's not a hearse dealer. Okay, there's not this company that makes hearse and they've got them on the lot. Like, look at this one here. You know how many bodies you can take in that? No, it don't work that way. He has to buy a regular, or a Cadillac is with the choice, right?
Cadillac.
A regular Cadillac like sedan, and then get it converted. And not only converted just with the outside appearance, he's got to get different shocks. He's got to get the inside things to slide, all the rollers, the pins to lock it in, all of these things, the long windows with the curtains.
Yeah.
All that stuff costs money, and then you got to maintain it.
Right.
Because you got a few companies called Shields, Shields and what they call ambulance coaches, all that.
Yes.
They have them that's been on lease,
Okay.
and they have them where you can actually buy them from them. They in like Tennessee or the fleet of cars I just bought. No, I ain't got no problem telling the price of them was. The fleet I bought was $328,000, and that was with the flower car hearse, the Cortege hearse, and that was with the two limousines, the 2025s.
Wow.
So, and that's what it was. Thank God for good credit.
Yeah.
Right.
So, with all that being said, but the community deserves
The
to
best.
see where their money's going.
Yes.
Right. Absolutely.
So, and that's the main thing about it, is putting money back into your business.
Absolutely.
And so, and as long as we keep understanding and realizing that, we'll be all right. Some people put the money in their pocket and go ahead on, and but
That's facts. That's what you hear a lot of horror stories about some of these places. Like I forgot where it was, so don't you guys beat me up. But there was a funeral home. What's up, King Frazier? That was taking the bodies, stacking the bodies up on top of each other, and that right there, that shows you they didn't have any respect.
No.
Right.
They didn't have any respect. And here in Liberty County, you gotta understand, Mr. Pierce is from here. Am I correct?
I'm actually from Dublin, Georgia.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm from Dublin, Georgia.
So we need to rewind.
Yeah.
Tell us about how you grew up.
Well, I grew up in East Dublin.
East Dublin. Okay.
We had my grandfather had an 80-acre farm. So I grew up in the country. So I'm a country boy.
Yes.
And so every Saturday we had to get up and cut grass. 8 o'clock in the morning, sun come up, we out cutting grass. We cut wood. We done pick peas. I mean, we did everything. But all that prepared us for the day.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have time to do anything else. But by the time we got through working around the yard and everything else, it was time to go to bed.
Right.
See, where Mitch grew up, he didn't have grass. He had to get like a broom. He had to sweep his grass because it was concrete.
We had a
jungle.
janitor called Husto. I never forget Husto. Shout out to Husto. I hope he alive, doing well out there,
We
man.
got King Azario standing up like he gonna do something. Hey, and
That look like Husto's cousin right there.
it probably is. Well, we all know that his father is Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo is Machete.
Why is he coming for us?
If y'all didn't know.
Send for him, bro.
Look, it is what it is. Look, Miss Slay, Mr. Laura Slay, how are you doing today? Hey, we appreciate all you kings and queens tuning in right now. We are with the county coroner, Mr. Reginald Pierce. And Mr. Reginald Pierce has been breaking down a lot of information that a lot of us need to know. If you have any questions, don't forget, type it in the chat. I will ask the question and you will get your answer. But we've been learning a lot so far. And we understand that being a county coroner not only just comes with the job, but it comes with a lot of mental,
Yes.
a lot of physical, and I would say overall stress.
Yeah.
Because you have the weight on you. And the way that our county coroner lets out some of that stress is whooping y'all in some NCAA football with those great Georgia Bulldogs. All day, every day.
Look, because
Tear that computer up now.
I know that's right.
and you need something to, I would imagine, for your mental health,
Yeah.
just to get off. And I was going to ask, how do you balance that? Because I remember when just the other week when I was doing work,
Yeah.
you know, at the funeral home,
Yep.
I saw them bring a body.
Yeah.
And I think that's when it really, I mean, you see the funeral home name.
Yeah.
But when they brought the body in, I was like, man, they really deal with dead people here. You know what I mean? Like, it was surreal.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's a business that most people don't understand. So it's like, how do you balance it out, you know, and stay sane?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I think my thing about it is it's the actual overall people.
Okay.
You know, when you want things done right, sometimes you do it yourself.
Right.
But I think my joy of the whole thing is making sure that a family loved one memory pictures is a lasting picture.
Right.
Yeah.
And for them to say, hey, thank y'all, appreciate y'all, and to treat the family just like in my family, and how I want to be treated.
Right.
Now I will say this: I did not know this until I got COVID. That I had anxiety, and I ain't ashamed to tell people. You know what I'm saying? You know, the anxiety is something serious.
Right.
Yes.
So when I had COVID, I couldn't be still. I was like a little ant that's running around. You know.
Right.
I said, "Oh, I'm gonna die. You know, because that's all they kept saying. You got COVID, you're gonna die.
Right.
And
I'm going to address that after you get
Yeah,
done.
because I was
So-
going to ask about COVID too.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so man, okay then. So I was down like 26 days. And
Oh, you
so-
had COVID?
Yeah. I
Okay.
had COVID. I was down 26 days. I had it back in that March.
Okay.
When it first come out.
Yeah, it was new then. Yeah.
And so I was down 26 days, and I mean, it was like my anxiety went out the roof. My doctor was like, listen, I'm gonna put you on something that'll be calm you.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need no medicine. I'm good. I said, nah, I need some medicine.
You need to calm down
And so when he gave me the medicine, it calmed me down. He said, now you want you take it until you get.
in that
so-
moment. Yeah.
He said, once you start taking it, you want to.
Right.
I'm still taking it to this day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it helps.
Yeah, it helps.
Yes.
And people feel like, oh, well, I'm on that. No, it ain't got to do with that. There are things that you need for yourself.
Yes.
For yourself that some people can't give you.
Right.
And I know everybody that's stuck on medication, they don't think about it, but I mean, everybody
Yes.
can't give what you need.
Right.
Yes.
And no matter, and then you start searching for the different ways that it ain't there. And then you get caught up in the things.
Right.
Shouts out to Annette. Julian, thank you for tuning in.
So that's my thing. My thing over there is, like I said, I go home, I digress, and you know, but kids, babies, they stick with me.
Right. Right.
That's
Because they so innocent.
Yeah, Bubba.
Now, when COVID was the thing, like, how did that affect your industry?
well, it didn't affect me as much as it affected a lot of other firms, because it was most of our COVID deaths were not in the county here. Most everybody was going like the Savannah,
Yep.
and they were in bigger hospitals.
Gotcha.
So, but the fact of having to deal with them when they come back for the funeral home, I didn't do a COVID embalming for a while. I
Okay.
had another person doing my embalming because I still was just getting over the COVID. So I was afraid to even.
Deal with
Do
it.
that.
I got something I want to say. So, not all, 3 weeks ago?
Well, you talking
King
about the
Boston-
documentary?
Yeah, King Boston and I watched the documentary. Now, after that documentary, man, I went down searching.
Yeah.
And it's funny you said what you said about the anxiety. There, a lot of doctors and people believe that a lot of the passing of people was because of anxiety, that they made themselves even sicker because of the thought
There you go.
and everything that was pushed out. It was a lot of deaths that some doctors couldn't explain. They were like, nah, man, look, like this person was good. They had a little bit of this, but that was it. And it was the stress and the thought, because they put that fear out. And it's wild. We don't understand the capabilities of our body. But anxiety is something serious, y'all.
Yeah.
It is.
You got to understand how to relax and understand everything's okay.
Yep.
Everything's good. Because a lot of times you mismanage what you really have, the weight that you have on you.
Right. Right.
And there's only so many things that you can do in a day.
Yes.
And so my thing was, my mind was still racing at nighttime.
So
my day was over, but later at nighttime, my mind was still going.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like in overdrive. So I sit up, and it's like, why am I still sitting up?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and it wasn't then. Like I said, then I realized this is an issue I need to address.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And so and I'm like, hey, people didn't want to say about me. I go to the doctor. I mean, regular.
yes.
I mean, my cardiologist, pulmonologist, I got on all those doctors after I had the COVID. So it's one of those things that it at the time you're going through it, you say, okay, you know, it's one thing, but then the COVID deaths we had and everything, everybody want numbers.
Yes.
It was all about the numbers. It's all about this. You had to once you put a certain thing on death certificate in the corner.
Yeah.
Respiratory failure due to COVID. Because they were looking at the numbers.
Yeah.
So you
They were getting
actually
paid off that.
establish a manner
The
of
government.
death, a cause of death? Is that
Well,
what you do, or the medical examiner?
Well, we do now. If there's an autopsy done and it goes to the medical examiner's office, then they will
Okay.
give us the cause of death,
Gotcha.
and then we sign this based on what they did with the autopsy.
Okay.
If there is a cause of death that we do that's not going to the medical examiner's office, then yes, we do the cause of death.
How do y'all determine?
We usually subpoena medical records
Okay.
based upon the investigation. If it's ruled out of homicide first, if they rule out homicide, then we move on down to natural death.
Okay.
And then from that standpoint, we try to collect as much information we can, as far as making sure there's no foul play, as far as any family members, any this and that, and try to gather as much as we can.
right.
Law enforcement is a big help too,
Okay.
on the city detectives and the county. Great help with investigating. So between all those agencies working together, it kind of helped out everything. So they got their report, we got our report, everything else, and we got EMS report. So everything comes together to where we can actually make it definitive. And what I tell people is, you know, when you're making a cause of death on the death certificate, you look at the small fine print. It says this is in the opinion,
Opinion. Yes.
not a fact.
Right.
It's in the opinion
Yeah.
that this death occurred.
Right.
Now,
Just based on the evidence.
Opinion is, there you go. So opinion is, we got the medical records, we got things, and believe it or not, there's some people don't have medical records. And I've had autopsies done, and the autopsy results come back undetermined.
Oh wow.
So how can you explain to a family undetermined?
Right. Right.
You got a manner. You know where the person died, but then you don't know what manner it is. You know, if it's accident, suicide, homicide, it's undetermined.
Have you? Is that something that's like been a steady trend, or have you noticed like an uptick in manners of death that you just don't know?
No. Most of our deaths, have a cause and a manner.
Okay.
But there are certain cases that they're on the fence.
Right.
And there's certain cases that you have to wait for the investigation to play out. So sometimes people see a undetermined on death certificate, but that doesn't mean the investigation played out. You could have something come up 5 years from now, 4 years from now. We had a case that they came up from almost 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? They came back to life, and based upon just a freak thing, and he admitted to it. So then they reopened up 10 years ago. So it's never an ending.
Right.
So it's just one of those things you just got to.
What about like fentanyl and overdoses?
Fentanyl is a bad boy.
Yeah.
We do have a lot of overdoses. Most of ours are prescription, so they be prescription overdoses, and then we do have a lot of fentanyl. There's fentanyl deaths, and the sheriff was very big on this himself when he talked about the fentanyl, because some people are blind to the fact that fentanyl is all through this whole county. And when the sheriff was talking about it before, I mean, they're like, "Oh no, ain't this?" Yeah, it's here.
Yeah, it's here.
It is affecting a lot of people because you're mixing fentanyl with different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you lacing it.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, you lace it.
Yeah.
You don't know. You think I'm just smoking a regular weed or regular blunt.
Right.
And next thing you know, you bust your heart.
It's just gone.
Yeah.
So in that and look, I could be full transparent. I lost my father about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And broke my heart. That was my hero. That was God before I knew God.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And me being the eldest, the medical examiner spoke to me, and King Moses, he knows all about. He was there.
I was
he was there when I
man.
got the news.
Yeah.
God. And it had to go to autopsy, and it was overdose. And to your point, I looked at the medical report, and of course a lot of that, the average person don't know it.
Yep.
So luckily we had, Dr. Owie.
Yep.
I let him look at it, and he told me, he was like, if it brings you any comfort, he likely didn't feel anything.
Yeah.
Because it was so laced.
Yeah.
With the fentanyl and the heroin and the codeine and the, you know what I mean? You just get numb and you just stop breathing.
Yep.
And and that day, y'all don't understand. I'm always at my brother's shop. That's when he was up there at Big Dog, right? And I had been up there maybe 20, 30 minutes, right? And I kept saying, "All right, bro, I'm out." I kept saying it, right? And then I remember I went to the door, and it was like, God said, "Where you going?"
Yep, we was right by the door.
And then I even told him that. I said, "Bro, I don't know why. I'm sorry if I'm here." Boom, boom, boom. So next thing I know, I hear the phone ring, and even my heart dropped because it had been about a week, and he was, looking for his father at the time. Man, my bad, Mitch. But it was like, man, I felt the moment happen.
Yep.
And bro, I'm here to tell y'all, God is real. Y'all don't understand it. I know some people, they have their doubts, or you thinking about it, man. But I've had moments in life where God has showed me a reason why I was in a particular place for a particular reason. So especially in the case of the things that you deal with on a daily basis, man. Y'all don't understand what it feels to lose a loved one. And I've lost my father. Mitch has lost his father. So we know what that pain feels like. And I know it's a hard thing to talk about, guys, but sometimes we need to let it out and address it. We need to find out what the dangers are, what he's actually seeing, because we can put ourselves in fairy tale lands and say this stuff doesn't exist.
It exists.
But it does. We've talked all the way from anxiety to overdoses. And this shows you why we need each other, y'all.
And look, the anxiety and the overdoses can very well be connected.
Connected, yes, because they're trying to dose.
Self-medicate.
There you go.
Yep.
And they over-medicate.
Right.
Yep.
Because they've been using it for so long, the actual prescription medicine, they've been using it for so long that it's not working anymore.
Right.
So you add more to it and try to help you out.
Yep.
And that's when you get into what they call an accidental overdose.
Accidental. And that's what I was trying to. When it happened to my dad, they call it accidental death, and I tried to rationalize it, but when they're taking that pill, they don't realize.
You know,
and
they don't know if it's laced or not. They don't
Exactly.
They don't know. They just know it. Okay, I'm taking this. I'm trying to get this. And they don't know until it happens. It's like bam, but they still don't know it.
Right.
And a lot of people don't say it takes a while for toxicology. And that's the biggest thing. And most deaths that are overdose deaths are pending toxicology. Because those are the deaths that's waiting on the tox back. It can take up to 3 months,
Right.
4 months, 5
Because
months.
in my father's case, it took about 3 months. Yeah.
And it's sad because at the time, families can't do anything but death. So they can't do any. They can't file any insurance. They get a pending one.
Right.
They can get started with things, but that's all they can do.
Right.
So we're going to get into some other things if you don't mind.
Sir.
So you've been in the business for over 25 years. And I know you told me you had some late nights, right? So I'm just picturing you with a deceased person at night at the Dorchester Funeral Home, alone, in the dark. Ain't no way, bro. Tell me you ever heard some things go bump in the night. Have you have you had any of them instances? Any of them you can tell us about?
Most definitely. I was tired, really tired. So I said, you know what? I ain't gonna go home. I'm gonna sleep on a chair. So one of the viewing rooms, we got a sofa chair in there. So I was like, I'm just gonna sleep here. I slept there. This thing I know, you hear like little floor like cracking. I was like, well, maybe this might not be good. And it's like I get up and it's like you wasn't looking around because at that time we no TV nothing in there.
Yeah.
So it was just
Silence.
quiet, silence. You know what I'm saying? And then the storm. You remember that storm we had?
Yeah.
When everything was coming, and so I can't leave the county.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? The funeral home is built. It can withstand up the winds
Sturdy.
to 130 miles an hour.
Okay.
I said, I'm gonna go to the funeral home.
Right.
I go to the funeral, they made me a pallet, and before everything closed, I ordered me some pizza. I said, I'm gonna camp out right here.
Right.
Man, the lights went out, and so did I. Gone.
Look, I'm gonna tell you a story.
I took the pizza and all. We took off.
Outta here.
We went up to the EMA building.
Right. We need to be around some people.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. All right, so there was this, and Mitch might know him. There was this pest control guy, right? And he had to do some work at a funeral home. All right, so he was just talking about the work at the funeral home, and he was saying that the work he had to do, he might have had to go up under the building.
Yeah, he did.
And
He did.
For days.
He did for days. I think it was like a week. Wasn't
It was about a week.
listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If anything would have brushed up against his leg, or somebody just happened to play a crude joke,
He's been going with it.
listen, it would have been gas and everything else coming up. He would have evacuated all systems.
But he was dressed now. He had everything
bet he
fully
did.
geared on. He was ready to go now.
Look,
I bet he did.
But let me tell you, I was talking to your staff when it was all done, and they was like, "Look, we didn't realize you was still down there."
Up under, yeah.
And I was, bumping around. I'm moving around.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And they were in there with the body.
And you was
So they they blaming each other like, that was you.
He's up on the bottom down there.
They was like, look, we got to get up out of here.
wild.
Oh,
There's no way.
I tell people too, though, man, laughter is good for the soul.
No.
Yes.
And I can say this: I've been in situations. I've been on the front lines when my mom passed away. That was the first time I think I was on the front line. My grandma, but my mom passed, and I'm like, okay, now this is home now. This is now you're able to see what the families feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when my wife died unexpectedly, he was able to see then I mean, we talking at 11:30 that night, and then by 12:30 we had a death call. Then by 3:30 she was gone, just like that. You know, so with all that, and it's like, okay, but the Lord said, he put no more than you can bear.
Facts.
But he put it, he put the weight on you.
Right, right.
But you know, we got through it, and but it was an experience that I don't wish upon nobody.
Right.
Now that I can say, I don't care if that's experience you never experienced. I mean, you know, you watching the person you seen, just you guys go, and then you watch them on the floor doing CPR. But shout outs to me with police department, and I told them EMS, you know, Liberty Regional Medical Center. They worked tirelessly trying to get her back.
Right.
I mean, they worked. I mean, they literally worked. Sheriff department. I mean, I think when I got to the hospital, you know, the first person I think when I got to the hospital, I saw this little short bow-legged man come in the door, and I was like, "Who called the sheriff?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When you said it, I was like,
I was like, and it's like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, he walked in, and it was like,
what you need?
and I just, I mean, and everybody just, I mean, I couldn't help but just let it all out with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like he's like, I got you.
Yeah.
You need people like that around.
Well, that's what I was gonna say before he said that.
He was with me from the time it all happened at the hospital until that afternoon.
Man.
Listen,
Not only him, I mean, it was a slew of Chairman Lovett. I mean, it was countless people that was just coming to the funeral home.
Right.
wow.
Just
That
checking
morning,
on you.
that morning. I
Yeah.
mean, this is that morning. I mean, the pastors, that Reverend Thorne and Reverend Scott. I mean, Bacon, and I mean, and all them. I mean, it was an outpouring of love just that quick. And it was like, man, the shock was still there because everybody was still.
Yeah.
And, but you know, at the end of the day, it makes you realize and appreciate other people now,
Right.
what they're going through.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I try to help families more and more, because a lot of people don't have.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't have, and you see it all the time. And you can kind of weed out the ones that can do what's not going to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
And so I always say this, I tell everybody, my staff and all, listen, if you do what you're supposed to do, no matter what their intentions are, God is still going to bless us.
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
that's
The blessing is still
That's
going to
real.
be there.
And that's
so,
facts. Man.
and that's why. I mean, the blessings just keep flowing. You just do your part,
Yeah.
and that's what we do every day.
Man, since we being open and honest, and talking about mental health also, gentlemen and ladies, I am specifically talking to the gentlemen because I am a man. Look, we know depression hits. We know anxiety hits. And the biggest thing is you really think you're alone. You really think people don't understand. And then especially if you're a man's man, you really think you don't want to be a burden on nobody. You're like, oh man, people gonna think I'm crazy. They're not gonna listen to me. What am I doing? People count on me. And here I am feeling like this. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm being serious. If you feel that way, talk to somebody. I don't care. If you gotta stop me in the street and say, hey, look here, champ, Mark, hey man, for real, talk me through it. Man, reach out. Reach out. Because you better believe nowadays, after you find out who all the fakers are,
Yeah, a lot of them.
you got to get to your people. Like, and I know you were going through what you were going through. But yeah, I've hit some rough spots. I'm pretty sure King Boston just hit some rough spots.
Definitely.
And y'all would never know. Because when we're in public, we still providing what it is that we know. We're still providing with knowledge, still providing you with the things you need, but you don't never know what we need.
Right.
And before you got here, before the camera started rolling, I told Reggie, look, I mean Coroner Pierce.
And I'm Reggie, man.
Hey, we don't get to talk every day. I don't see you every day, but we know what it is.
Right.
We know what it is, and I hope you know that, bro.
I know that.
Yeah. And we got you.
I tell anybody, I don't have to see you every day and get to talk to you every day and get to speak every day. But you realize who the real ones are.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's real.
It doesn't matter about what time, what is. You realize who the real ones are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I just crossed over as a Sigma back in December.
Congratulations.
So, yeah. So, and the brothers have been.
Say that one more time.
The brothers have been overwhelming.
Oh, you crossed.
I crossed over with Sigmas.
Okay. All right. Congratulations.
Alpha Mega Chapter folks do it, and I'm gonna tell you, it's been an experience for that.
Okay.
The brothers have been very great, very overwhelming. Check-ins, everything, communication-wise, all. And so I mean, that's I'm one of the, it's like something I always wanted to do, but I had to get my mind right to do, and everything has a season.
Yes.
And so it's like, okay, this is the season now.
Right.
And so I went back and I listened to in my darkest days and darkest moments that I've had in my life, and people might agree or disagree, but I listened to Dr. Jamal Bryant.
Okay.
And back in the days when he was in Baltimore, Maryland, Dr. Jamal Bryant preached a message, and the message was, you can have some short seasons, and you can have some long seasons. Seasons are just like the Bible. You have a long Bible verses, you have a short ones.
Yeah.
Long book, short book.
That's right.
He said, so you can make your season as long or as short as it's supposed to be. Sometimes you're only supposed to be in that season for just a few minutes, a few moments, but you yourself allow yourself to be in the season longer
Yeah.
than what you're supposed to be. And I'm gonna tell you, that was an eye-opener for me. And I realized that can't nobody control my season but me.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, when you start learning that, and shouts out to Attorney Reginald C. Martin. Shouts out Attorney Martin.
What's going on, sir?
When you say that, yes, you are so right with that, because when you're in those seasons, depression, anxiety, when you're in those seasons, that's the time where you need to start really talking to yourself.
Yes, sir.
You need to start speaking into yourself. And sometimes that's hard because you're so used to speaking and talking to everybody else.
Right.
You done forgot about how to talk yourself out of it. You feel like, why am I? No. Tell yourself, hey, get up.
Yeah.
You got to keep pushing too.
Yeah.
Keep it 1 foot
And
forward.
you need solid
you
people
know who
around
you are? Yeah. Do you know who you are? And you know how important that is?
Yeah, you gotta have your solid
If
people
you don't
around.
have your squad, y'all better stop feeding into this BS on these social medias, making
Right.
you think that these people that you typing to is they might be cool with you on there, but you need physical connection,
Real
with people.
friends. Not the Facebook friends.
Not the Facebook
Real
friends,
friends.
because this joker right here will tell me what I don't want to hear and also what I want to hear. That joker behind that computer back there will tell me exactly what I don't want to hear and what I do want to hear if I'm right.
And you appreciate that.
And I appreciate.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him.
Right.
All I can do is sit there and say,
You sit back and think about it.
yeah, exactly.
Initially,
Yeah.
he don't like it.
Yeah. Facts. That's anybody though now.
That's real.
That's anybody.
You know what it is.
Yeah. You gotta. Oh man, I'm wrong. Hey, that's man. Look, you gotta work on yourself like that,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You got
Self-care,
to.
man. You gotta have self-care, man.
Yes.
Self-care, man.
Accountability. And yeah, I appreciate what you do. I have a very new respect for it now. It's not like I didn't respect it, but just when I sit here and think about everything that you have to deal with on these eventual, this is people's lives.
Yeah.
Literally.
And you're there at some people's worst moments.
Yep.
And you provide comfort.
Yep.
And I want you guys to know that if your loved one is going with our county corner, you better believe they handle with respect.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you. Oh, I didn't mean to cut
No,
you
go
off.
ahead, brother. You good, Danny?
I know, of course, we talked about, I didn't hear, but I'm assuming that we talk about your position is elected. with the delicate nature of your line of work, have you ever had any opposition?
I have not had any opposition.
It doesn't surprise me.
As of right now, I haven't had any opposition. I tell, just today I was talking today, I tell people all the time, I tell people that, you know, the position of the coroner belongs to the taxpayers.
Right.
It doesn't belong to me. I'm just holding the position. I think sometimes as elected officials we get complacent.
Right, absolutely.
And we think that the job is ours all the way through.
Entitlement.
And it's not.
Right.
Hey, Miss Lisa Thomas.
And I think that when we get to the point of saying, hey, do it, at any given moment in 4 years or 2 years or 4 years, at any given moment, people can say, you know what, we're tired of you.
Yes.
And just say, hey, we'll see you later. You know what I'm saying? So I tell everybody, I campaign every day.
Right.
I do. I don't have to come to your churches and politic and all that.
Once a
I do
week.
it. I do it every day.
Right.
You know, people see me. I talk to people.
Yeah.
I try to be the same all the time.
Right.
If something going on with me, most people never know it.
Right.
You know, so, but I mean, that's the only way to be. I was raised.
Nah, but that's real.
Shouts out to President Lisa Thomas.
That's real though, because you know, for a while, I don't even. You one of those people. I don't remember actually a day where we met.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People like that, bro.
Exactly. I don't remember like
it's real.
like an official introduction.
Yeah.
It was one of those. We in the same network.
Family, yep.
And
I came to Big Dog. The first time I saw you was at Big Dog's over there.
look, and look, I'm pretty sure I saw you before that, because you talk about 2021.
Yeah.
So you know, and that's probably might have been one of the first times we actually talked. But I knew you way before 21.
Okay.
Well,
You know, but
let
your
me tell y'all
energy
why.
was always the same.
That's the only way I know to be.
Yeah, it's very genuine.
Y'all got to remember King Boston's transformation. Let me explain something to y'all. Because see, right now, y'all will be like, "Oh no, he's always no." King Boston has not always been a politician.
No,
King Boston,
I still wrestle with it.
yes, King Boston he owned his pest control company. He was involved in a lot of community things, and he wanted to help his community. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when King Boston really got interested is when he started talking to your bro. And I started saying, "Bruh, you ever thought about politics?" "Yo, man, don't bring that. I'm not a politician, son. That's just not my lane."
How you got my cadence like that?
6
man?
months later, yo, you know, I've been thinking about running, for Walthallville, man. What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm like, you dang right, yes. Yes, because that's you.
Yeah.
And if you don't understand how it didn't even seem, he didn't change who he was. He was already this way.
Right.
And another thing that I'm finding is that a lot of our public officials that elected, from you to the sheriff, are all saying the same thing, because that's who you are. You say, this is not my position.
Right.
This is the people's position.
Right. Yeah.
The people put me in position to do this for them.
Yeah.
And they treat it that way. These folks that we are putting in office, you see around town. You see them helping folk. You see this. So that's why I'm so honored to be here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Liberty County is like no other to me. From our Mayor Pro Temp, Boston, to Sheriff Bowman, to Mayor Carl Riles, to our coroner, Reginald Pierce. It's just a great group of people. And they're not just looking out for black people. They're not just looking out for white people. They're not just looking out for Hispanic people. They're looking out for all people. You will see him treat everyone with respect.
Yep.
And I love that, man. I really do.
That's the only way to be, man. Color has nothing to do with nothing. Nothing. Everybody is a person.
Yep.
Everybody's a human being. They should be treated as such.
Yes.
Right.
And so I was raised that way.
Manuel.
And stuck with us that way. That's just the way it is. Everybody is equal.
Yes.
And so
That's man. I like having people in a position that think that way and live that way.
yeah, it's the only way to be.
All right. So I know we didn't beat you up with questions. I'm gonna ask King Boston. Do you have any other questions for Counter Cordy? If you do, I still got one more, but I want you.
Man,
Look here. Here you go. You going
now we to tie into the documentary that King Mosley.
Oh,
and I
yes,
watched.
yes.
It was something, and I'll say the name. It was called "Died Suddenly," and they were talking to a lot of people in the death business, coroners and
We about to
funeral
be another
directors.
30 minutes, y'all.
And they were noticing that people were dying of deaths that they couldn't quite explain. And then in the process of them trying to embalm, they were running into difficulties running the embalming fluid when they cut the carotid artery. And they would pull out like fibrous stuff from their veins. Have you noticed anything like that?
I haven't noticed that. What I've noticed is this a condition in the arteries called arteriosclerosis,
Okay.
which is what we call the hardening of the arteries, where the arteries are so brittle, so hard that it's hard for the blood to pump through. And so when you prepare for the embalming process, it's so brittle that you can break it. So, and then there are times where you can see an actual doing the embalming process. You can tell sometimes a person been on blood thinners. Because
Okay.
the way the blood flows.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you can tell a person has blood clots because if it's a blood clot, it's gonna come through. So little things that are there also help us to determine if the case come to us.
Right.
Help us determine that they can give a family member close. Well, your loved one had this, that,
Right.
But mostly in the elderly, they have their arteriosclerosis in the legs
Okay.
because they up and going all their life.
Yeah.
And then they either bedridden. For a period of time, everything. So the blood flow is not as normal would be.
Right.
Yes.
So it starts beginning the arteries begin to start hardening up.
Gotcha.
Do you think that the arteries hardening up would cause white fibers? So I'm gonna tell you what it is, you guys. And remember, this is not our thoughts or opinions. Watch the documentary. But what it was is these people were having all of these things and they were passing away suddenly after they got it was a shot they were receiving, that everybody was receiving. And it was just a theory of these people are passing away suddenly. And they would all do this odd thing when they would turn before you remember they would turn and all of a sudden, and this was all over the world. So there was a meeting of the minds of it was funeral home directors, weren't they?
Yeah, a lot of them were.
Okay. And they were all getting this white fibrous thing that they were pulling out, and it was only between the times of when these people were getting this vaccine. Now, when they did that, they were making it aware and they started getting pushback from it. And if it wasn't a documentary, I would have swore it was a movie because I would be like, there's no way that they're not, everybody should be on top of this. But I can understand why it wouldn't be if, because money is money. So, but yeah, I'm glad to hear that you haven't seen any of that.
I haven't seen any of that.
Yes. Do you think that the embalming process, right? Because I'm curious about that. Do you think the embalming process is like the best way to preserve? Have you found any other methods that you use in preserving a body?
No, my preserving I do with the embalming fluid. So,
Okay.
They with good results, a person can last for a long period of time. There's sometimes their loved ones have been on life support, so they've got a lot of fluid.
Yes.
So there's sometimes up under certain circumstances where a person don't let themselves have been in a car accident. So there's certain things that we do our very best, but sometimes we can't get you right back to 100% like you look.
Yeah.
And so, but we always, one thing I like and one thing I always do is I'm straight up with my families. If it's something we can do, we'll tell you we can try to do it. We'll try to do it. If it's something I tell you we can't do it, then you can trust and believe we can't do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I'm going to do anything in my power to make sure you're able to see your loved one.
Yeah.
But if it's just not out of my, if I can't,
Scope. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you I can't. And if I tell you I can't, then you can
Now,
do the condition.
I know you deal a lot with, of course, families of deceased, and many times it's unexpected.
Yeah.
Is there anything that let's say if it's technology like an app or something that people can use so that, you know, in the event of my death, like someone could get in my phone and, you know, have access to my accounts and, you know, like, is there any apps like that or
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, so it's just
Oh, I get what
you
you're
know
saying.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Something because you know sometimes you got to change passwords and you can have everything written down, but these days there's so many passwords out there. You know, unless you're constantly thinking, well, one day I'm gonna die, so let me change this and let me change that.
Well,
Is there
this much
something
I can tell you.
right?
Back when they had the fingerprint. And you know you can just put the fingerprint on the phone and unlock the phone.
Yeah.
Well, we tried that numerous times on the seats.
Wouldn't work.
It don't work.
Really?
No blood coming through the finger.
So the phone could detect if the person
The
is
heat
living or
signal.
not.
You got to have the blood flowing through the heat.
Wow.
If it doesn't, it's not going to lock.
What about the face
It does
recognition?
not. You can open the eyes up and all. It's not going to.
It's not gonna work.
because it reads the retina of your eyes, and it's if your eyes are glossy
Right.
or your eyes are fixed and dilated, it's not going to read it.
That tell you
this
how
technology
deep
work
that
too good.
technology is,
Right.
bro.
Right. This thing knows if you alive or not.
Hey, but yeah. Anyways,
That's crazy.
Hey, we might have
So
to.
you have to have a passcode to get in the phone.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta excerpt this part because King Boston and I and maybe Coroner Pierce might be coming up with an app. You laughing, but we about that life.
That's something to think about.
That's something to think about, bro.
you know.
Well, let's go ahead and stop talking about it because we gonna be about it. So as far as they can't detect the fingerprint without the blood go,
Yeah,
and the
you can't.
retina.
Yeah, you can't because most
That's deep.
Most of the your eyes are fixed and dilated. So it's just they just locked in and just fixed. So
right.
and if you've been deceased for a while, the eyes are glossy. So the actual face ID it reads on the rectal part of the eyes.
So when you
So if
see
it's not gonna open up.
when because I know sometimes a body can still move like involuntary. Does that still scare you?
No,
No, you kind of expect
I got
it.
used to it. Yeah,
It does do that though.
yeah,
You lying?
yeah. You have a some people some diseases have a last muscle reflex. But actually, muscle be relaxing. You know, I've had it to where the chest, while you're embalming, chest is rising too. And you know, then you cut the machine off and your chest stop rising. You cut the machine back on, chest stop rising again. So it's kind of like it's just a muscle reflex.
On average, how much embalming fluid does an average human require?
It depends on the weight and body size.
Gotcha.
So my beginning tank that I usually use about 4 bottles of fluid. My first tank.
That's
But it's
like,
different. It's different. So I use an arterial fluid. Then I use a water corrected fluid. I use what they call a co-injection fluid, where the co-injection goes in and get the arteries and all ready for the embalming fluid. But it's co because it's doing it at the same time. So it's actually lubricating the arteries and all to get everything lubricated. And then the fluid's going through at the same time. That's co-injection. Then I have a cavity I use for the inside the cavities. It's in there. So I mix those together in one tank. And then once that's done, it's usually I usually do 2 gallons of water. But if a person has water already in them, then I use a little bit less water.
gotcha.
Because the water is already going. The more water you have, it dilutes your fluid. So if you got more water, then you gotta have more fluid. So you gotta have a chemical balance.
Right.
So that's where the pHA water I use come in at. It gives the person chemical balance. To where we're able to do it. People have jaundice, which is the yellowish tint, yellowish color. I use a fluid just for that, which is John Dial, just a straight jaundice fluid. And it helps flushes that yellowish and all out.
So
Try to
let's
get the person
dispel
back.
some of the myths then. I know one of the myths is do people get to keep their organs? Are their organs still in their body, like
Yes.
their heart, everything? So that's never removed.
Nope. Only time they're removed if there's an autopsy done.
Okay, all right. Autopsies
Yeah.
require them to remove all the body parts.
No, not necessarily. Sometimes if the autopsy is looking for something specific, like if the medical examiner is looking for anything in the heart, they open up the chest and just get the heart
Okay.
or the valves around the heart. Then they leave everything else intact. But if it's a case where it's going to trial, like a homicide case, where they take everything because they want to make sure they got everything they need for that to happen if it gets through the court. Yeah.
Now, another myth is that the lower half of the body isn't really in the casket; it just be the chest.
No, it's the whole body now.
It's the whole body. Now, I will tell you guys this: in Africa, that is not the case. In some of those villages, they have just the upper rib cage. Now that was wild. We went on a trip to Africa. Now Mitch did not come on the part. You're damn right.
Here we
damn
go.
right, because you didn't experience what I experienced. You hear me? That was not fair. It wasn't fair. I was the only American there. You had somebody else from America, but no, I was American. So we go to this village. We're going into the Hundu Mountains or whatever. All right. So they had me a porta potty there. I was so grateful. It was just for me. They had a little guard and everything for my porta potty. It was terrific. Now, I went. We were going through the village. You know, the little sewer thing is open, so you see everything flowing and all that. But then they had our brother's mother, right? And she was there. And now you got to mind you, it had been already almost a month and a half. A month and a half. And when I saw her, you know, they had the casket. The whole casket was open, but it was just this part. And I was like, oh man, they might be telling the truth about how they do it, but you're here to tell me that they didn't.
Yeah.
Okay. And in Africa, y'all, you got to understand things are different.
Right.
Yeah, most here they purchase what they call the half couch caskets,
Yes.
which the only thing you see is just half.
Okay.
And then you can have the full couch casket where you show the whole body show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, anything else, I'm just gonna have to ask you off camera because I got
No, because with the casket,
Yeah.
do y'all actually bury the casket?
Yeah.
So the casket stays there. So
you heard that
with
too.
a cemetery, what about when you run out of land? How that work?
You know, I always thought that.
Now, if you run out of land in the cemetery, then you just have to bury it somewhere else.
Okay.
So, most cemeteries have enough. I've so far that I know of, most cemeteries have enough land that's not cleared off. They can clear off more spaces.
So are there situations where, let's say, a husband and wife, they want to be buried together?
Yeah.
Do you like bury them on top of each other?
Only at the Veteran Cemetery in Glenville.
Okay.
Everywhere else is here side by side.
Side by side, and they probably do that for space.
Space.
Okay.
Question. Because bro brought up a good point. Because I've never seen a funeral burial lot get full like that, or you know what I'm saying? And some places only have one big lot.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know people are allowed to have private. Well, how is that working, bro? Like, seriously.
And
How we ain't run out of land?
Yeah, how we ain't run out of land?
Some of your private cemeteries or either family-owned cemeteries, they sell spaces.
Yes.
So you can actually purchase space in their cemetery. It's just like Oglethorpe, Hinesville Cemetery. They still have spaces, and you would think that all these spaces are full.
Yes.
They're full, but they still have spaces. And you know, cremation is becoming a big thing. So most people are not using burial spaces. So they're doing cremation. So they're leaving the burial spaces now for families that want to be buried. So that's kind of helping eliminate or helping keep some of the spaces that they have.
Like I if any, you know, one day I know, but I was thinking of a mausoleum. And like in my brain, I wanted this big mausoleum because I wanted to start having my family in the mausoleum. Is that? Do you think that's a problem? Like, do bodies end up smelling or no?
No, you've been entombment, so you'd be inside the concrete inside there.
So it'd be cool. So have you seen the mausoleums?
Yeah.
All right. Are those common now?
No,
No. Okay.
no, they are very expensive,
Okay.
and so for a couple, it's probably about over $27,000.
Okay.
And so, and if you go in Savannah, I forgot much of Savannah. I think Savannah is like 10,000. I think in Savannah for a single.
For a mausoleum.
Yep.
Do you think that'd be more hard than just burying, huh? Because you got to build the structure. And
Well, now if you go, I know when Savannah, Savannah, they have it already built in. So you go there and build it in.
oh, they just put you in the slot.
Yeah. Now if you actually build one, what you can do is you can actually build one. The company can build one. But then you won't be. You'll be held out until finish building it.
Yeah.
So they build it and they deliver it and actually set everything up, and then we bury it.
Oh, okay.
I looked the same thing.
Oh, okay, you did? Yeah. When I started looking at the mausoleums, you know where it took me, bro? Mexico. Here is buried the cartels. I mean, these jokers got full houses.
Yeah.
With AC,
Yeah.
TV, internet. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Are they alive or are they dead?
Gold caskets.
Yeah.
Yeah, gold caskets. So they be doing it big. I'm not talking about that. I just want something for my family and I.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I could talk to you forever, and you already know it, but we'll get together on another day. Kings and queens, I appreciate you guys tuning in today. And right now, you know how we do it. We're going to have our messages for the week and the weekend. And we're going to start off with King Boston. King Boston, what is it you would like to tell the kings and queens to get them through this week?
You know, I really appreciate this conversation, Reggie. You know, because it really brings reality close to home, because it's easy to get caught up in your day-to-day life and not realize how fragile life is, you know, and ultimately you need to live with intention. You know, because ultimately, regardless of the title, regardless of who you disagreed with or agreed with, you know, it's all the people gonna remember how you treated them.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna remember how you treated them, and you know, again, you have to live with intention. And I would encourage everyone. You know, we put insurance on our phones. We put insurance on our cars. Stuff that you might need, you might never need.
Facts.
But one thing that you know for a fact that you're gonna need is life insurance. Like, you're gonna die.
Yes.
It's gonna happen. And you know, I just wish that more of us took that seriously. And you know, I'm talking to you all, but I'm also talking to myself.
Yes, sir.
You know, these phones are valuable, but I would encourage everyone to take time to write down your passwords. You know, identify those people who you trust.
Yes.
You know, the people that you know who are responsible, so that, you know, in the inevitable instance of your death, your family can carry on. You know, because I'm sure you've witnessed families go through the worst times of their life and they're lost.
Can't find nothing.
They don't know what to do. And that's such a powerless feeling, to know that someone who you loved your whole life, you don't know how to properly honor them, and how they would want to be remembered. So I would encourage everyone to, again, you know, think about it. Think about it. Have those tough conversations. Make the plans, because it's going to come a day, and it's going to start like every other day. In most instances, it starts like every other day. You know, where you will be reduced to the story of people. They'll just tell people about how you lived.
Yeah.
And that's my free game.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Coroner Pierce,
Yes, sir.
what would you like to tell the kings and queens to help them get through their week?
Well, I'll just tell them you're not alone. Any and everything that you're going through, just know that somebody else has been through it. There's some dark days, there's some good days, there's some happy days. But mom and dad has never said days are going to be good, everything's going to be good. So in my profession, every day, my profession is a profession that nobody likes to talk about.
That's facts.
Everybody like to go shopping, everybody like to go out to eat, everybody like to do all the things of that nature. But this profession that I'm in is a profession, and it should be treated as such, like any other profession. Right now is my season. Tomorrow will be somebody else's season. But whatever season you're in right now, enjoy that season. I tell anybody, and I say this in my season, I say, Lord, whatever you're doing in this season, don't do it without me. Because they allow people to take life for granted. They allow people to do things that can speed up your life expectancy. And I asked the Lord to give me those years. If they don't want them, I'll take them.
Thanks.
So, and to the young people, I will say this. I grew up with hopes and dreams. Majority of my hopes and dreams have come to pass because I worked for it. I got an honest education. I got, moved on. I got things that prepare me for. Don't let nobody tell you you can't be. I was told I'd never be elected to Corner Liberty County. That was my biggest thing I was told. My father ran 2 times. He was defeated both times. And I was told, you will never be elected to Corner Liberty County. First time around, I was elected to Corner Liberty County.
Tell me about it.
So I don't take this job or anything I do lightly. I appreciate the conference that's been entrusted to me. And the same thing everybody's got to understand, like King Boston said, we have to understand that you prepare for everything. Birthday parties. You prepare, I know people get cars. You prepare to go back to school. I mean, we prepare for everything, but sometimes we don't be prepared for the inevitable. Death is an irreversible process. Once it's there, it's there. And so all I can encourage you to do is if you don't have your house in order from the beginning to the end, I will encourage you to. You can call us at the funeral home. We'll be more than happy. We got packets at the funeral you can get. You can fill them out at home. Let families and people know what your wishes are and what you want done. If you put something up somewhere, hey, that's fine. Let somebody know. If you're going to put somebody over your business, put somebody over your business that you trust. Believe you me, I've seen when people put over people's business and next thing you know, you're cremated and they move on with the insurance and everything. So make sure your wishes and everything you want is done. And to leave you on that note, there, always put God first in anything you do.
Amen.
And if you do that, everything else will fall in line.
Amen. Look, well, I thank you. I thank you, Coroner Pierce.
So,
Thank you to the Kings. Speaking of all this, I got to say it. King Azario, King Boston, King Alway, Kirby, King Myers, King Brooks, to all of you, I want to tell y'all this. I love you guys.
Love you too, bro.
I love you guys. And a lot of our lives, we've seen a lot of our ups and downs. So I just encourage us to keep going, man. Keep going. Coroner Pierce, you are a moment in people's lives also. As much as we love to see you, a lot of people don't want to see you coming.
Yeah, they don't want to see you doing your job.
Yeah, they really don't.
Yeah.
And you can't even fault them for that.
no. No.
So, kings and queens, remember, it's important to love those that love you and even those that might not. You can put out that energy of love. You can put out that positivity because there is an inevitable that we all are going to reach in life. And that is the end. So let your moments that you live be just like King Boston said, with intent. Have intentions on the things you do in life and the things you do for people. Keep going. Put God first. And keep pushing on. The season, whatever you're in, a new one is coming.
Yes, sir.
Kings and Queens, stay motivated. It's your boy, the People's Champ, the County Coroner Pierce, King Boston, and King Azario. Until next time, and I'm out.
Peace.